Hey everybody, thanks so much for being here. It is now exactly 5 o'clock and welcome to today's webinar. First and foremost, I want to thank you for spending some time with me on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Hopefully you will get the value that you came here to receive. So I'm not going to hold you guys up. I'm actually going to go right into the webinar. Let me share my screen. Let's do that really quickly so we can go ahead and get started. So today's webinar is 5 powerful and non-intrusive ways to recruit on Facebook. I mean, most of us should be on Facebook because right now I believe there's an estimated 1.7 billion, and that's billion with a B, active users on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, you are missing out on a lot of people that you could be recruiting, that you could be talking to, interacting with. And with this webinar, I'm going to teach you how to talk to those people and introduce your training, your business opportunity, anything that you want them to maybe get from you. I'm going to show you how to interact with them to make that happen. So let's go right ahead. First and foremost, who am I? Well, I'm Selena M. Alston. The M is for Michelle or money. Oh, me. But anyway, the M is for Michelle. I am a mother of 7. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 7 and a wife of 1 wonderful husband who happens to not be here right now. Sometimes he's on the webinars, but today he's not. So hopefully one day he'll be able to step in with us because he has a lot of information that I am sure he would love to share with you guys. I'm a mentor. I mentor teens and single moms. I mentor youth at the church. And speaking of the church, I am a minister in my church, a licensed minister. I am an actress. I do mainly stage, but I also love film as well. I am a speaker. You know, I'll speak in front of crowds about whatever it is that I'm going through in this life. Most recently, I spoke to a group of kids at my church about how to do things beyond high school, how to get into colleges, how to get into the field that they want to get into in whatever stage in their lives. And finally, I am an online and network marketer. So I do network marketing and I do most of my marketing online. Now, we're going to move into our housekeeping rules because anytime you come into somebody's house, anytime you come into somebody's space, they may have some housekeeping rules to have you be governed by. So my housekeeping rules for today, first and foremost, is turn off all of your distractions, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, your cell phones, because I know how we get distracted and how things pull us away from what we're doing and makes our minds, because we try to split our time, try to split our concentration between 2 things, and it just doesn't work. So let's turn those things off and pay attention to the information that's being shared here. I won't be long, but the information will be strong. Second thing is I encourage you to grab pens and paper because I may say something and it's so, it strikes you and you want to write it down. Sometimes if you write it down at the time that you hear it and it feels so important to you, then when you go back to it, it triggers that memory. It triggers the feeling that you had when it was said. And I know that that's how it is for me. If someone says something in a meeting that I'm in, or if I'm on a webinar, I'll write it down. And then when I go back to it, I'll remember exactly what it was I was thinking about when they said it. Be present. Once again, that goes hand in hand with the distractions. Be here, be in the moment. Allow your mind to be focused on the information that's being shared today. And last but not least, commit to the process. Everything that's being taught, anytime you go on anybody's webinar, whether it's mine, whether it's another whether it's another network marketer, online marketer, another trainer, commit to whatever process they are teaching you, because these processes have been proven to work, but they don't work unless you work it. So now, avoid the trap. Well, some people might be thinking, what trap? What trap is there to avoid? So let's go ahead. The trap that I want you to avoid is, these are so simple. You know, these are so simple that you might get caught in the I know that trap. That's the trap you need to stay away from, because a lot of times we hear information over and over again and we think to ourselves, I already know that, you know, I don't have to listen to it. But hearing something over and over again might trigger some things in you. You might hear something different than what somebody else presented it to you. So instead of the I know that thing, think to yourself, how well am I doing that thing that I know? How consistently am I doing it? How can I do that better? How is what this person teaching me different? And how can I incorporate that into what I'm already doing? So, and I have been guilty of it. I've been guilty of getting stuck in the I know that trap. But once I got out of the I know that arena and started saying, wait a minute, I already know it, but how well am I doing it? Well, I know it, but how consistently am I doing it? Am I doing it every day? Am I doing it just sometimes? And then it's, can I do this thing better than what I was doing it before? So yeah, let's avoid the traps. So now that we've gotten through this first part of the webinar, let's go ahead and get into the content, because that's exactly, that's what you're here for. So now, our first powerful non-intrusive way to build your to recruit on Facebook is the power of conversation. A lot of the times, you know, we do things wrong. And I say the top 2 things that we do wrong during Facebook conversations, although there are many, I'm just going to focus on the top 2. You know, we build rapport for too long, meaning we talk to people way too long before we introduce them to what we actually are talking to them for. We don't give them the information that we are coming into the conversation to give it to them. You know, conversations just go on and on and on. So we want to cut the conversation short, but don't cut it too short. You know, and I'll get into that in a minute. Promoting the links right off the bat or way too soon. You want to build rapport first. You don't just want to go straight in with, here's this link, check out my thing, check out my deal, because then you did not build a relationship with this person. They may or may not know you well enough to want to even do this thing. And even if you're friends with this person that you've known for a while, you want to lead in a little better than, here, take my link. So, and then one of the things that I love is when someone leads in with their link with you, you can reverse it. So here's how I would reverse it. They send you the link in your inbox. You get the little notification from Facebook saying, hey, you got a message. And they send you the link. Here, look at this. You can just say, oh, you know what? That's great. How are things going so far with you? And then 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you how wonderful Mr. Wonderful Company is and how wonderful they're doing and how great things are. And it's the best thing since sliced bread. Now you can come back in with, you know what, that's awesome, or that's great. However, whatever lingo you use, be yourself. So you go, great. I'm asking because I actually guide others that are in XYZ company, and whatever company they tell you they're in, use that company name, because, you know, they really don't know, but use the company name. You know, I actually help guide others in It Works to have more success. What is your monthly income goal? And one thing I have to note, always end your part of the conversation with a question. Because, you know, the person that asks the question controls the conversation, because that way you can guide the conversation in the way that you want it to go. Make sure those questions definitely are open-ended. So, they can't just give you a yes or no answer. They have to think about an answer, give it to you, and you take whatever they have given in that answer, use it to guide the conversation to the next question. And someone told me once that smart people have all the right answers. People have all the right questions. And it's like, yeah, you may know a lot of stuff, but if you don't ask the right questions to find the problem that this person might have or find the issue that this person may have, then you will never know how to offer them a solution. You will never know what wounds they have and how to bandage it, or how to help them fix it. So yeah, just ask questions. Questions are perfectly fine, but ask the right questions. And then, we're going to continue with the power of conversation. If they tell you, oh, well, yeah, that's, if once you ask them about helping them, telling them about guiding people in their company, oh, awesome. I'd love to guide you to hit your income goal. Is that something you'd be interested in? So most people aren't going to say, well, no, I don't want your help. Some people, more often than not, they're going to say, sure, what do you have in mind? Or what is it that you do? Or how can you help me? And then you lead in with, cool, what's a good number and a time for me to call so that we can talk more in detail to get the game plan together to hit the income goal of whatever their income goal is. You want to repeat back to them what the income goal is. That way, if you repeat back to a person what they said to you, it makes it look a lot more sincere, because you are actually, you're reading what they said, or you're listening to what they said, and you're feeding it back to them. And then the end goal of having these conversations is always to get them on the phone. I'm the type of person, I do better on the phone, because then the person can hear the sincerity in your voice. You can pick up on verbal cues of how the conversation is going, and you actually get a better tone. It's hard to read tone on text. It's hard to read tone via Facebook. So you want to be able to hear that person on the phone, and the two of you listen to each other. And then even on the phone, you listen to what that person is saying. Have a notepad, write out what they're talking about, write out what they're saying to you, repeat back to them what they're saying to you. That way the sincerity, and please don't fake the sincerity, because people can hear it. Be sincere, and the sincerity will come through once you're talking to that person and giving them back exactly what they gave to you. Now, our next powerful non-intrusive way to build an audience on Facebook is the power of birthdays. And I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. This happened to me this morning. In fact, I will show you, oh my God, I hope he doesn't mind, but I will show you an inbox conversation that I just had this morning. It's funny because as a marketer, we all go through some of the same stuff, and we all go through some of the same training. But so let's go to Facebook. Hopefully this pops up. Yeah, it's Facebook. So you go through Facebook and you see that, Facebook shows you that people have birthdays. So you can click on their timeline and wish them a happy birthday. And that's well and good. And yeah, happy birthday. But I would suggest going a little further with it. And I will show you a message. Like I just said, I'll show you this message that I got this morning. And this guy, and I know he's a beast at marketing, because I met him in a marketing group, and he's really good. So this guy, Zach, that I met a couple of years ago, he says to me, happy birthday a day early. And then he leads in with his question. Was the past everything you hoped it would be? Let me make this bigger. I'm sorry, guys. Let's make this bigger because you may not be able to see it. So, he's engaging me on my birthday. So I'm going to, before I go back into what he's saying, let's go to the next slide. So then we'll go back and incorporate what he did, because it was perfect. Number 2 was the power of birthdays. So let's do the icebreakers. Get the conversation started. And birthdays are a great way to start a conversation so you can lead into uh, whatever you're trying to get into with this person whose birthday is coming up, or whose birthday it is, or whose birthday just passed. So a couple of icebreakers. Happy birthday, insert name here. Any plans for your big day? And, you know, or another one is like, hey there, such and such. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I know we haven't talked on Facebook, but I certainly look forward to reconnecting with you. Message me when you get this. Talk to you soon. And my note for this is to send these messages to their inboxes to make sure they see it. Because on their birthday, all 5,000 of their friends, you know, not all of them, but they're going to have a good bit of their friends writing on their wall saying happy birthday, you know. So your message, it doesn't matter what time of day that you may put that message on their page, it's going to get pushed down and they may not see it for, especially if some people don't even look at their page that often after their birthday or whatever, they may not be able to see your message. So I would definitely send this message in the inbox, because they're more likely to see that inbox message than they are to see that on their page message, because so many people are wishing them a happy birthday. Now, once you've, you know, let's say they come back to you after you wish them a happy birthday and they say, thank you so much. And now you can continue the conversation. And make sure you talk to them like you normally would. I cannot stress that enough. Don't go to this person if you're not going to be sincere. And I love sincerity, but these are just ways to help you get the conversation started. Because I know a lot of the times we want to talk to people, but we don't know how to get them started. And this birthday thing is just one way to get the conversation started. But, oh, and I must say that about the message, the second message that I have on here that says, message me when you get this, that's a command. And people respond to commands, questions. Like, you wouldn't, could you message me when you get this? That's like, that's the power of persuasion. That's the power of manipulation. And people think manipulation is always a bad thing. Well, it's not. And we'll get into that in another of our webinars. But today we're just gonna pinch it. So put that on the table, and remember that one day we will get to the power of manipulation. But yeah, just tell them, hey, this is a command. Message me when you get this. Talk to you soon. And a lot of people aren't going to ignore those messages when they see them. I've had people respond to me sometimes months after I sent a message, because they didn't get it right away. And that's okay if it's months after, but once they get it, they respond because of what I said in the message. So now the key questions, once you get into the conversation and once you start asking them about their lives and asking them about their families and what's going on. Well, two of the key questions that I would definitely ask are, do you work from home too? And what are you currently promoting? Now, do you work from home too is very powerful. Putting that "to" at the end of that question, that's indicating to them that you work from home. Like, you wouldn't ask somebody, do you work from home too, if you don't also work from home. So now that lets them know, wait a minute, she works from home or he works from home. If they don't, then they're going to want to know, how the heck do you work from home? And if they do, they're going to be excited. Yeah, I work from home too. You know, we have something in common. And then if they do work from home, now you can ask them, you know, what are you currently doing? What are you currently promoting? Especially if you know that they're in the industry, especially if you know they're network marketers or directs, they're in direct sales or MLM or whatever you want to call it. What are you currently promoting? That way you can go back into the conversation from step one. What are your income goals? How are you doing with this company? And one huge tip that some people like look at me real crazy when I say it, you can outsource this portion. If you have a 13, 14-year-old, a child that's already on Facebook that knows how to string together some sentences or even copy and paste your message that you want to send to people and customize it to the person that you're sending it to, you can pay them a little $5 to send these messages for you. That way you can free up your time to do other income producing activities. So I would definitely think about outsourcing this portion, because as creepy as it sounds, you're online. They don't know if it's actually you typing these messages, but because it's your profile, it appears to be you. Now, the next thing I would, oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. I did say that I would do the, I did tell you that I would go and show you that message that that Zach and I had. I do apologize. So why am I going all the way back? Of course, we have technical difficulties when we do a live webinar. It wouldn't be a live webinar with Selena M. Alston if there wasn't some type of technical difficulties, but that's okay because I'm cool under pressure. So let's go. So let's go to Zach's message. So anyways, if you follow, you would see that this guy as a marketer did everything that we just talked about using the power of birthdays. And like I said, he's a beast when it comes to marketing. So he goes, happy early birthday. Was this past year everything you hoped it would be? Because he knows that I'm a marketer. He knows that I do network marketing. So he's asking that question because he wants to know, it's just like the income goals question. Are you reaching your income goals? You know, are you doing everything that you want to do? So because he asked me that, and being the marketer that I am, and I know this strategy, I say to him, thanks, Zach. It was more than I dreamed it would be. And that's actually the truth. It is. How was your year? Income goals met, surpassed. I asked him a question and these questions were open-ended, just like I just said, because I want to steer the conversation. Even though he started it as a marketer, me as a marketer, I want the conversation to go the way I want it to go. So it's almost like a tennis match. And I'm so glad that this happened this morning before this webinar, because this is huge. I'm sorry, I'm so excited, guys. So then Zach comes back and says, you got it. That's what I like to hear. To be honest, it was quite the roller coaster, but we're back on track and headed for full speed. You have big plans to make this next year even better? It was like he looked at my slides and he looked at what I have been doing. And like I said, we all are trained by the same people. So he just gave me the material for today, this morning. So and that's just huge. I'm just excited. So he ended his portion with a question, because he's now flipping the conversation back to where he wants it to go. So now my response as a marketer, awesome. Roller coasters are fun for the amusement parks, but can be annoying in life. Happy to hear you are back on track. I am working my plans to make next year the best and claim that title for every year following. How about you? So now I'm letting him know, because as a marketer, I know that his next question, I know that he's trying to get to the place where he wants to introduce me to whatever training that he has. So now I want him to know that my year is going well. I really don't need the extra training that he has, but it's without me actually saying it. I'm still having this, I'm still going to go into this conversation because we are friends. We met under good circumstances. So I'm being cordial without flat out saying, Zach, leave me alone. So then he comes back, and I love this line. It still beats a merry-go-round of kind of life. That's the only way to live, right? You already know. So, and I'm like, yes, indeed it does. And yes, I do. Like, yes, I do know. So now here it comes. Cool. Are you using to reach your goals? Still with WV? Because like I said, he knows what company I'm with. And so now I'm telling him, yeah, I'm still with it. but I'm branding myself. And for a marketer, that's like, that's music to their ears. You know, that's telling them, okay, she knows what she's doing, because she's branding herself and not the company. So then I let him know that I'm being coached, because I do have my own personal coach, who's awesome, by the way. I'm gonna throw that plug in there. Thanks, Mark. But you know, I'm being coached, and let him know that I do have multiple streams of income, and that's where it at. You know, and I want him, and pay attention, I'm great where I am. That way I'm letting him know that I love where I am, so there's no need to try to give me anything else. And because I know who he is, I wouldn't try to give him anything else either. So if another marketer comes at you, and this is sort of kind of a bonus, I didn't even plan to go this way, but because this happened this morning, I could not, I couldn't, I couldn't let this opportunity pass. So, you know, instead of me, again, the two of us telling each other just to kick rocks, be cordial. It's the subtle ways to let another marketer know that you actually have the training that you need, and you appreciate, pretty much you appreciate them approaching you without really saying it. So now he's saying awesome, because he knows my company. He knows that Mark Casetta is a great trainer, and he's even telling me about one of the trainings that he took from him. So now I need to end this conversation, because, you know, it's going on, and neither one of us are going to be able to introduce our training course or our opportunity to the other. So I want to end this conversation. So, and this is the truth, I was about to go work out. So it's like, let me hit this gym. I can't be on the beaches with my winter body. Thanks for the birthday wishes. So now he ends it cordially, do it to it. You know, have an awesome day on purpose. You got it. So we ended with these little stickers. So that was two marketers. That was two marketers having a little back and forth in the marketing game. And that's pretty much, you know, that's one of the things that you may come across, especially online. When you're doing these things, you may come across another marketer when you're doing these, another trainer, when you're doing these types of, using this tactic. So be prepared and pay attention to whether or not this person uses the same tactic that you're using. That way you will know when to back up and when to keep going. So let's go, you know, the power of birthdays, we've already done that. So now number 3, the power of Facebook groups. You know, a lot of these groups, I don't know if anybody knows about these Facebook groups, these work at home moms groups, these network marketing groups. You know, a lot of them are run over with spam. A lot of them, people are just coming in to drop their links and leave. They don't talk, they don't engage, they don't, it's just crazy. So what you can do to rise to the top of these groups is add value. And that's what this business is about. Adding value to a person's life so that they would come to you even more to get more value. And at some point, they'll start paying you for this value. So I would definitely utilize these groups, but not in the way that some people have been taught to. Dropping your link, key tactics of, you know, inbox me, blah, 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 blah. So some of the things that I would do to add value is do some inspirational quotes with on images. And where I get some of mine from is quotescover.com. Excuse me while I drink something. I'm sorry, guys. So quotescover.com, they have some pictures with the quotes already on them. Or you can make your own. Go to stock images, find images online, and put your own quotes on them and share them in the groups. You can put your blog posts in there with some messages on it, do videos, do some engagement posts. And with the engagement posts, ask questions. You know, do like little fun games. There's one that I did. It was called, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting right now. It was called, it was a movie game. Like how, you know, I put a movie up and I said, name some quotes from this movie. So then people started engaging because it was a popular movie. And then they started going through and listing quotes that they knew from this movie. It had nothing to do with a business, but it got people to start engaging with me. So when I go in these groups and they see my name, they know that, oh, that's Selena, I'm going to engage with her. So it doesn't matter what I put in there now. If they see it, they are most likely to engage. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's I always do that. So with this, the groups, you want to find out what their you want to find out what the pain is that these people in this group have. You know, especially on some of these engaging posts, you want to find out what issues they may have. So it's just like with the inbox thing. Find their problem and be the solution to their problem. I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to go to the next one, the power of your message requests and your filtered messages. This used to be the other inbox, but now Facebook has renamed it message requests, and then they filter some of your messages. I don't know how many of you knew that, but Facebook blocks certain people from sending you messages straight to your inbox. So you have people that aren't your friends or people you may not know, their messages go into a message request. And then this filtered message thing, Facebook could even keep your friends from sending you messages, and they filter it and put it into this filtered message. And I found this other inbox, and I had messages from people I know dated back to years. And it was crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad that I did not answer this message, but I did not see it. So these are places that you can, because like when you're doing this tactic, when you're using the thing in the groups, people might send you messages from the group. And if you don't know to check that inbox, you could be missing out. You could be missing that this person who saw one of your posts in that Facebook group, on that Facebook page, sent you a message 2 years ago, and now you missed out on possibly a sale, or you missed out on a sign up because Facebook filtered that message and you never got it. So we're going to go to Facebook, and then I'll show you what this other inbox looks like from there. So this is your actual inbox, as we saw a little earlier. This right here up top next to recent is your message request box. Now, I've cleaned mine out a good bit because once I've gone through it and I've seen that some of these people have sent a message request and I've answered it, I'll clean it out because, you know, or Facebook will automatically clean out. If you accept a message or if you respond to the message, Facebook will then put it in your recent messages inbox as well. And then the filtered messages, that's what we were talking about. Facebook filters. So you could be getting messages from people that you know, but you never got the message. So again, with my filtered messages, I've actually gone through and deleted quite a bit of them. But you know, like this person that sent me a message on January 21st. She asked me, you know, how's business? Good to see another boss making waves. Add me. I can use the inspiration. Like if I didn't know that this inbox was here, I thought I accepted it then. But just like, oh, okay, that's why. Because once I got to it, for some reason she had already blocked. I could not answer the conversation. But if, let's say, she was asking me to tell her more about my business opportunity, or tell her more about my coaching business or whatever, I would have missed out on a sale. Again, another person that sent me a message, and you know, it's just so much that we miss out because Facebook filters it. So I would definitely, if I were you, I would go into the message requests, you know, into my inbox, click and find my filtered messages to see if anybody is trying to contact me about the business. So let's I mean, it's crazy. So now that we have gone through the power of your message requests and your filtered messages that Facebook hides from us, let's go into the power of your friends list. Some of us have a plethora of friends. We have a lot of friends. And 10 times out of 9, yes, I meant to say 10 times out of 9, all of those friends don't know what we're doing. All of those friends don't know that we're in this business. All of those friends don't know that we are actually marketers, or we're actually trainers, that we're actually coaches. So I would, go through the friends list, and it's just like with the birthday thing. Instead of it being their birthday, it's just a regular day. So I would go through the friends list and look for someone who you possibly have not spoken to in a long time. And let's see, because you're on your friends list, the people that you talk to the most are up top, so you can scroll. I talk to a lot of people. You can scroll through. So let's say I will use as an example Olivia. I haven't spoken to Olivia in a while. So if I want to reconnect with Olivia, I'd message her just like I would if it was her birthday and say, hey, Olivia, how's it going? It's been a while since we connected. I hope things are going well with you. Answer me when you get this message. Reply when you get this message. Always end that first initial one with a command, because you want them to start. You want to start the conversation with them. So that's one way to use your friends list. Or you could go to their page now for just a regular day that's not their birthday. You can go to their page and spark up a conversation on their page to get yourself reacquainted with them, get them reacquainted with you, and B, to start having them see your stuff. Because Facebook, if you have not spoken to somebody on Facebook in a while or interacted with them in a while, Facebook doesn't feed them your doesn't allow them to see your posts as often. So once you start interacting with that person again and they respond to you, then Facebook starts showing them the stuff that you post. So when you post stuff on your page, they now can see it, and that gives you more access to them and them more access to you, for them to see what you're doing in your life. And that'll be another training on how to use your personal page to promote your business without actually promoting your business. So be on the lookout for that. So that was number 5. And because you guys stuck around this long, even through my technical difficulties, I will give you a bonus. The bonus is the power of your fan page. Now, I don't know if you guys have fan pages. If you don't, you definitely should have one, especially in this business, because this in this arena that we're in, it's best to brand yourself. Yes, you love this company that you're a part of. Yes, you love what you do. Yes, you love network marketing, but that company does not belong to you. The only thing that belongs to you is you, because that company could go under, and it's a sore thing. But that's like with Wake Up Now. A lot of the people that I interacted with in some of those work from home pages were with Wake Up Now, and they branded that company instead of branding themselves. So when Wake Up Now went under, when they were shut down, these people were stuck because now they were out of a company. They hadn't branded themselves. So that became that really hurt them. So I would definitely get a fan page, because with your fan page, it's all about you. Yes, you can lead them to your opportunity, but you don't want to lead off with that. That's an amateur thing. So I think I may just go to my fan page right quick. So again, this is my fan page. And my fan page, if you go through my fan page, you will not see what company I'm with. Like a lot of people don't even know what company I'm with if they go to my fan page. Like I saw a few people's pages where they have on their picture the company that they're with. They have all over the page. You look at their page and you can see who what company they're with. But for me, I don't. I put links to blogs that I have, blogs that I've done. I post you know, things that I've done on Periscope. My posts are from Twitter, Instagram, things like that. It's all about me. It's never about my company. And I keep passing by this one, but I love this. Oh my God. That's that have a lot to do with me as a brand. I don't put my I don't put, oh my gosh, you know, I don't put my company in the forefront. I want me as the brand to be put in the forefront. So that is the end of this training. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box and we will go from there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Huh. Thought I stopped sharing my screen, but yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and get back to my face. Oh, and I'm not tech savvy, so a lot of times, there I am, a lot of times I'll struggle to get things going again. So I appreciate everyone that has been here. I appreciate you guys for sticking around for, oh, going on 45 minutes. Yay. So I told you I wasn't going to be long, but I would give you the information. And if you guys found value, just visit my website, selinamallston.com, and see what else I have going on there. Visit my Facebook page, and that is Selena, the Work at Home Mom. And you know, I would love to interact with you. I would love to hear what you have to say, hear some of your stories on, and let me know what your success is. Now, I do have, oh my gosh, it did not work. Technical difficulties again. I just keep having these technical difficulties. So if you found value in what I just showed you and you would like to go more in depth, most of my information comes from this company called My Lead System Pro, and they teach you so much. In fact, tonight they're having a webinar on how to use your smartphone to get more leads and make more sales and to actually move up in any company, your network marketing company, to do whatever it is that you're doing. So I would, oh my gosh, why is my link not working? Guys, I'm so sorry. This is one of those, what is it, Newton's Law? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So I'm having that moment. But I will email each of you personally. Since you stuck around, I'll email you the link to the My Lead Systems Pro webinar that's going on tonight with April Marie Tucker. And also, I will send you the link to get the free Facebook newsletter that I have done, as well as a cheat sheet for Facebook. So if we don't have any questions, I'll go ahead and close out. And as always, I thank you guys for listening to me and my ramblings. And I will see you soon. Bye.